Either way, today was a meeting there. We are having the Kitengela 3, and our colleagues are not able to come because of the issues that you've seen, but Bob is here and he is going to read a statement for us, and then we shall continue from there.
The title is Bob Njagi, Kitengela 3 Press and Public Statement on Recent Abductions. Today, Wednesday, the 9th of October, marks 20 days since our release from abduction and forceful detention without trial. During these few days, we have been undergoing medical treatment, both psychosocial support and physical examination in various health centers, hence the prolonged silence since our release. Prior to our abduction on the 19th of August 2024, Free Kenya movement had been on the forefront of the protest demonstrations against the draconian Finance Bill 2024, which later mutated into pro-good governance demos that demanded for the dissolution of Parliament and the resignation of President William Ruto and his deputy, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, for gross violations of the Constitution and failing to uphold and protect the sovereignty of the Kenyan people. During the protest, I was singled out and targeted by security agencies for leading the protest. I was illegally arrested twice on 2 separate occasions. On both occasions, I was violently arrested and physically assaulted by the police and denied my right to seek counsel or communicate with my family members. I was presented before a court to answer to the fictitious and trumped-up charges. One of these cases has since been dismissed by the prosecution for lack of evidence. Why then did they have to arrest and subject me to inhumane treatment while knowing so well that I was innocent? It is important to note that all demos, we have always notified the police in accordance to Article 37 of the Public Order Act and further requested them for security during the demos. As the demos intensified countrywide, we all witnessed the introduction of hooligans, whose aim was to disrupt the peaceful protest by causing chaos, looting, stealing, and destruction of property. The aim was to create panic and fear amongst the business community, as well as to deter the Gen Zs from participating in the demos. The police and sympathizers of Kenya Kwanza administration were quick to blame the protesters before undertaking any investigation to ascertain the truth. This strategy, however, did not deter us from proceeding with peaceful protest, much to the dissatisfaction of those who had organized the thugs. The police, instead of arresting or stopping those who are looting from the business community, focused on arresting and shooting and killing innocent protesters. Most of the shops looted have CCTV cameras. Why haven't the police used that footage to identify and arrest the real criminals? During the anti-finance bill protest, many young Kenyans have been injured, illegally arrested, abducted, and others died through extrajudicial killings. There have been serious gross violations on human rights that amount to crimes against humanity by security agencies. Government institutions tasked with the role of oversight, such as the Independent Police Oversight Authority, have clearly no powers to arrest or prosecute any rogue police officers. Their attempts to investigate the police have been distracted and hampered in order to cover up the truth. The Kenya police have violated the Constitution severally, yet they are the ones who are entrusted with enforcing the same laws. The use of excessive force such as live bullets, water cannons, tear gas, etc., while concealing their faces to avoid identification has been the modus operandi. En route to Kitengela, the bus stopped at Mlolongo for some passengers to alight. It was then that 4 masked men, hooded men, got into the vehicle shouting, "Huyu ako na bunduki," while pointing at me. I was immediately alarmed by this assertion, and upon realizing what was happening, I shouted my name, Bob Njagi, and informed all the passengers that I was being targeted because of the demos. The officers shoved me out of the bus forcefully while assaulting me with kicks, blows, slaps, jacking me off my feet, and carrying me shoulder high into an awaiting white car. The officers had cautioned other passengers not to take any photos or videos. However, some passengers managed to secretly record the incident. 32 days of terror. I was whisked away into a building and ushered into a small and very dark room. It was the size of 6 feet by 4 feet. I was left on the floor handcuffed at the back and blindfolded for 2 days without food, only some water. That was
People power. People power. My name is Buka Ngesa Omole. It's a very sad moment today. I am the National Vice Chairperson of the Communist Party of Kenya, and I also co-chair the National Coordination Committee of People's Assembly, where the Free Kenya movement and the Communist Party of Kenya is at its core. It's important to mention that when Bob Njagi was ready to speak to the media, the government of the day made all efforts to make sure that he does not speak to the media. And that is why we are hiding in the bush to address the media. If indeed this government knew that what they did for Comrade Bob Njagi and all other, because Comrade Bob Njagi is only a representation and a victim of extrajudicial, not just killing, but extrajudicial arrests, abductions, and police kidnap. If he symbols that, and you don't fear him telling the story because you are acting according to the law, like the president always say that he's exercising his constitutional right, why is it that today in the morning when this press conference was meant to happen at 11 o'clock, there was a fiasco with the Kenya police? So we just want to reiterate that the National Coordination Committee for People's Assembly, with Free Kenya Movement, Concerned Citizens Assembly, and the Communist Party of Kenya at its core, are coming out very strongly to condemn the actions of the commandant, the AP commandant, and the DCC of Kitengela at Isinya for having interfered with this press conference.
Brian Okeja. I am the National Youth Leader for National Reconstruction Alliance Party, or NRA. I'm here to represent my party and my party leader, Okio Mtata, and also to represent the entire youth of this nation. I just want to reaffirm to the country that as the youth of this nation, we are committed to a cause.
It is bleeding this morning because over the years, we have lost many Gen Zs in the demonstrations. We have lost even children who did not know what was going on.
Mjue wa Kenya, sisi ni kabila mbili. Wenye wanatuibia na sisi wenye wanaibiwa. Tuungane pamoja sote. Usipigane na mtu yoyote ambaye anapigana against wenye wanatuibia. Tuungane pamoja, tutoe wale ambao wanatuibia, na Kenya itaendelea mbele. Na tutapigana mpaka mwisho, mpaka tuone ile siku wezi wameenda. Walisema mzungu aende Ulaya, Mwafrika apate uhuru. Sasa tunasema mwizi arudi nyumbani, wenye wanaongoza wapeleke Kenya mbele.